a golden statue once sparked a $22 billion lawsuit, revealed uncut diamonds, and reshaped the legacy of a former leader. From fire-preserved mummies to sunken towns resurfacing with drought, the Philippines holds real discoveries that defy logic and challenge history. Are these just archaeological finds or something far more disruptive? Let's dive in. In 1971, Filipino locksmith and amateur treasure hunter Rogelio Roxas claimed to have discovered a hidden chamber near Baguio General Hospital. Inside, he found a 3-foot-tall golden Buddha statue, estimated to weigh around 1 metric ton, along with boxes containing 24 gold bars. Roxas reported that the Buddha's head was removable and concealed uncut diamonds. Roxas transported the statue and 24 gold bars to his home in Aurora Hill, Baguio City. He sold 7 bars to fund further excavation efforts. However, on April 5, 1971, armed men allegedly associated with the government seized the treasure from his residence. Roxas was arrested and detained for over 1 year. In 1988, Roxas filed a lawsuit in Hawaii against former Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos, alleging theft and human rights abuses. Although Roxas died in 1993, the court proceedings continued. In 1996, a Hawaii jury awarded his estate and the Golden Buddha Corporation $22 billion in damages, a verdict later adjusted upon appeal. The authenticity and fate of the Golden Buddha remain subjects of debate. While some believe Roxas's discovery was part of the legendary Yamashita treasure, others question the existence of such a hoard. Nonetheless, Roxas's story continues to intrigue treasure hunters and historians alike. But the mysteries buried in the Philippines aren't just on land. Some drift silently at sea, holding secrets of solitude and survival. On February 26, 2016, fishermen near Borobo in Surigao del Sur, Philippines, discovered a drifting yacht about 60 miles offshore. Inside, they found the mummified body of Manfred Fritz Bajorat, a 59-year-old German sailor, slumped over the radio desk. The scene suggested he may have tried to send a distress call in his final moments. Documents on board identified him, along with personal items like photographs and a handwritten letter to his late wife, Claudia, who died from cancer in 2010. The yacht, named Sayo, had once been their shared home during 2 decades of global sailing, even after their divorce in 2008. An autopsy revealed that Bajorat died from a heart attack roughly a week before being found. Forensic experts explained that the tropical heat, dry air, and salty sea breeze naturally preserved his body. Though not a traditional archaeological discovery, this real-life mystery continues to captivate scientists and the public alike, offering a haunting glimpse into solitude, memory, and life at sea. Just when you think you've heard it all, scientists stumble upon something that rewrites the human story itself, deep within a remote island cave. In April of 2019, archaeologists announced a major breakthrough in human evolution, the discovery of a new human species, Homo luzonensis, in Calao Cave in Penablanca, Cagayan Province on the island of Luzon in the Philippines. The fossils, dated between 50,000 and 67,000 years old, include 7 teeth, 2 finger bones, 3-foot bones, and a partial thigh bone. They belong to at least 3 individuals, 2 adults and 1 child. Standing less than 1.2 meters tall, Homo luzonensis displayed a mix of modern and primitive traits, including curved toe bones suggesting both upright walking and tree climbing. This species is unlike any other previously known in Southeast Asia and adds a 7th branch to the human evolutionary tree. Led by Florent Detroit from the National Museum of Natural History in Paris and Armand Salvador Mijares from the University of the Philippines, the team believes the isolated island setting shaped the species' development. How Homo luzonensis reached Luzon remains debated. Some scientists suggest they arrived by natural rafts or were carried by tsunamis, as Luzon was never connected to mainland Asia. And yet, our journey into the past isn't over. The cradle of early Filipino civilization lies within caves that hold echoes of ancient life and artistry. Stay tuned. In 1962, a team from the National Museum of the Philippines, led by Dr. Robert Fox, discovered fossilized human remains in the Tabon caves of Quezon, Palawan. Known as Tabon Man, the remains included a skull cap, jawbones, and teeth from at least 3 individuals. The skull cap was dated to around 16,500 years ago, while a tibia fragment found later was dated to approximately 47,000 years ago, and making it among the oldest human fossils in the Philippines. Alongside these remains, archaeologists found over 1,500 burial jars, including the famous Manungal jar, dated between 890 and 710 years before the Common Era. This jar, carved with a boat journey to the afterlife, is a key example of early Filipino artistry. Additional finds included jade ornaments, earthenware, stone tools, and animal bones, evidence of a society with complex rituals and daily life. Recognized as a national cultural treasure in 2011, the Tabon Cave Complex was added to the Philippines' tentative list for UNESCO World Heritage Sites in 2006. The site is managed by the National Museum, and visitors must obtain permits at the nearby Area Museum in Barangay Alfonso 13. But it's not only humans that evolved in isolation. The island of Cebu reveals how even giants of the wild were reshaped by nature's constraints. Before we continue, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just press the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It means the world. It really supports this channel. And if you do that for me, I promise my team and I will do everything we can to make this show even better for you. Deal? A remarkable discovery on Cebu Island in the central Philippines has revealed a new extinct species of dwarf buffalo, Bubalus cebuensis. The fossil remains, originally found over 50 years ago by American mining engineer Michael Armas near Balamban, were formally studied and identified in 2006 by a team at the Field Museum in Chicago. Dating back to the Pleistocene or early Holocene epoch, Bubalus cebuensis stood about 2.5 feet tall and weighed around 350 pounds, making it much smaller than the modern Asian water buffalo, which can grow up to 6 feet tall and weigh as much as 2,000 pounds. Even the Tamaraw from Mindoro Island, previously known as the smallest buffalo, is still significantly larger. Researchers believe the small size resulted from insular dwarfism, an evolutionary process where animals on isolated islands adapt by shrinking due to limited resources and the absence of predators. This discovery marks the first confirmed case of island dwarfing among cattle relatives and provides new insights into how species evolve in remote environments. It highlights the Philippines as a key region in the study of prehistoric biodiversity and adaptation. What if ancient people carved tombs into solid rock, built complex burial rituals, and left behind clues that question everything we assumed about their tools and beliefs? Stay tuned. In 2011, archaeologists uncovered the Kamhantik limestone tombs atop Mount Macleao, also known as Mount Kamhantik, in Molinay, Quezon Province. These 15 rectangular tombs, carved directly into limestone, are the first known stone sarcophagi in the Philippines. Radiocarbon dating places them between the years 890 and 1030 in the Common Era, revealing a pre-colonial society with advanced funerary practices. Excavations led by the National Museum of the Philippines unearthed gold ornaments, bronze bells, iron tools, glass beads, and Chinese ceramics, including Tang Dynasty Changsha ware, evidence of early trade networks. Animal bones found with human remains hint at ritual offerings and diet. Sadly, the site was looted before its official discovery, with several tomb lids and artifacts removed. To protect it, The area was declared part of the Buena Vista Protected Landscape in 1998. Plans are underway to develop it into an ecotourism and education park. Local folklore claims the tombs were built with help from Bathala, the supreme Tagalog deity, and ancestral spirits. This discovery highlights the rich cultural and spiritual life of ancient Filipino societies and challenges what we thought we knew about their capabilities. If these tombs were built over 1,000 years ago without iron tools, how do you think they did it? Share your theories in the comments. Were these early stonemasons more advanced than we've been told? In January of 2015, archaeologists explored the caves of Mount Timbak in Atak Benguet, over 200 kilometers north of Manila, and uncovered centuries-old fire mummies belonging to the Ibaloy people, an indigenous group in northern Luzon. The Ibaloy practiced a unique funerary ritual dating back more than 1,000 years. After death, bodies were dehydrated and smoked over a low fire for several months, preserving them in remarkable condition. Once mummified, they were placed in burial caves carved into the mountainside. Many of these mummies remain intact to this day, some still displaying visible tattoos on their arms and legs. Experts credit the preservation to both the smoking technique and the cave's cool, dry climate. Filipino researcher Edgar Allan Zeta, who visited the site, noted the extraordinary condition of the remains, especially the clear tattoos. The ritual ended with Spanish colonization around 4 centuries ago, but the burial chambers remained hidden until the 19th century. Today, a few have been opened to the public under strict conservation rules, offering a rare look into the Ibaloy's sacred past. But to truly understand ancient Filipino life, we need to step into a village that bridges tradition, trade, and transformation. Near modern-day Kiyyangan in Ifugao Province lies Old Kiyyangan Village, an archaeological site that has reshaped our understanding of pre-colonial Filipino societies. Excavations by the Ifugao Archaeological Project since 2012 have uncovered artifacts, pottery, stone tools, trade ceramics, and exotic beads, revealing a complex society over 1,000 years old, with established trade and social stratification. Originally, the Ifugao cultivated taro and root crops, later shifting to wet rice farming around the 1600s. Scholars believe this agricultural transition was a response to Spanish colonization. That innovation led to the creation of the famous Ifugao rice terraces, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Mortuary evidence shows early burials aligned with celestial events, later shifting under Christian influence, highlighting evolving spiritual practices. Importantly, the project integrates archaeological findings with Ifugao oral traditions, offering a fuller, community-based history. Old Kiyyangan Village reveals the adaptability, complexity, and cultural depth of the Ifugao people, challenging colonial narratives and spotlighting indigenous resilience. In April of 2024, the intense El Niño-driven drought caused water levels in the Pantabangan Dam in Nueva Ecija to drop dramatically. As a result, the remains of the old town of Pantabangan, submerged since 1973, resurfaced for the 6th time in over 50 years. Founded in the early 18th century, Pantabangan once had around 1,300 residents. When the dam was constructed, families were relocated to higher ground, and bodies from the local cemetery were respectfully reburied. As the reservoir receded, ruins of the St. Andrew the Apostle Parish Church, gravestones, and old building foundations emerged. This latest reappearance was one of the most visible and prolonged. Locals and tourists flocked to witness the rare sight. Among them was 61-year-old retired nurse Aurea de los Santos, who expressed excitement upon seeing the church ruins. Fishermen, like Nelson Delera, adapted quickly by offering boat rides, earning significantly more than before. The reemergence of Pantabangan is more than a visual spectacle. It's a reminder of the region's deep history and the powerful effects of changing climate patterns. If an entire town suddenly rose from underwater near you, would you be curious enough to explore it, or would you feel something was better left undisturbed? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and follow the channel to discover more interesting things. In Rizal province, the Angono Binangonan petroglyphs stand as the oldest known artworks in the Philippines, dating back to around 3,000 years before the Common Era, over 5,000 years ago. Engraved into volcanic tuff within a shallow cave, the site contains 127 human and animal figures believed to have been used in ritual, possibly tied to sympathetic magic. The site was discovered in 1965 by national artist Carlos Batong Francisco during a field trip with Boy Scouts. He reported it to the National Museum of the Philippines, which led to excavations by archaeologist Alfredo Evangelista. Artifacts found included obsidian and chert flakes, stone tools, a polished adze, and broken earthenware, confirming its Neolithic origins. In 1973, the site was declared a National Cultural Treasure. It's also listed in the World Inventory of Rock Art and is part of the country's tentative list for UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Today, the site is managed by the National Museum and includes a visitor center, a viewing deck, and conservation measures to protect the carvings, preserving this rare link to prehistoric Filipino spirituality and art. In the 1970s, archaeologists in Butuan City uncovered the Balangay boats, ancient wooden vessels dating back to around the year 320 in the Common Era. Built using edge-pegged planks without nails, these boats revealed the advanced shipbuilding skills of early Filipinos and their role as skilled seafarers in Southeast Asia. Today, several of these vessels are preserved at the National Museum in Butuan, serving as direct links to the Philippines' maritime past. Excavations also revealed trade ceramics from China, Vietnam, Thailand, and Persia, showing Butuan's participation in the maritime Silk Road from the 10th to the 13th centuries. These international connections highlight the city's importance as a regional trading hub. Among the most remarkable finds are the Golden Tara, a 21-karat gold Hindu-inspired figure, and the Butuan ivory seal, engraved with ancient script. These artifacts reflect both skilled gold craftsmanship and cultural exchange. Recognizing its historical value, the Butuan archaeological sites were placed on the Philippines' tentative list for UNESCO World Heritage Sites in 2006. Preservation efforts continue to protect this rich legacy for future generations. Finally, a thin copper sheet etched with forgotten languages reveals something astonishing: a legal system and structured society thriving long before colonization. Discovered in 1989 near the Lumbang River in Laguna, the Laguna Copperplate inscription is the oldest known written document in the Philippines. This thin copper sheet, about 20 by 30 centimeters in size, bears 10 lines of finely inscribed text that offer a rare glimpse into 10th century Filipino society. Initially recovered by a sand dredger and later acquired by the National Museum in 1990, the inscription was deciphered by Dutch anthropologist Antoon Postma. He identified the script as Old Kawi, and the language as a mix of Old Malay, Sanskrit, Old Javanese, and Old Tagalog, evidence of regional cultural links. Dated to the Saka year 822 or April 21st in the year 900 Common Era, the text records a legal decree. It absolves a man named Namoran and his descendants of a debt totaling 1 kadi and 8 suwarnas of gold, equal to about 926 grams. This artifact challenges the idea that written legal systems didn't exist in the Philippines before colonization. It mentions leaders in places like Tondo, Pala, and Pularan, proving that pre-colonial Filipinos had structured governments, legal literacy, and regional diplomacy centuries earlier than once believed. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I hope you'll love this content. Comment below about the next topic you'd like to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.